there! Welcome back, everybody, to another episode right here in Skyvale. You guys, you know what? I am just so thrilled about all the growth of my channel here lately. I've picked up a ton of new subscribers and making all kinds of really cool connections with people. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for believing in me, clicking that like button, clicking that subscribe button. You guys are incredible. But you know what? With such a new audience, and after such a huge build over the last few months, I think I'm gonna take this episode to just, give everybody a little tour of Skyvale. I don't think I've really done that since, I believe, the first episode when I just started getting, just started playing on this server. So I believe that's what I'm going to do today. I think that we'll just run around, have a little bit of nostalgia. You know what? I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you guys all the stuff that I've done in this place so far. And, of course, it all starts right here behind me. When I first came to this server, I was looking for, just something a little bit out of the way, but somewhere that I could really explore, have, a little bit of freedom to expand in each direction. And I found this beautiful little swamp over here with this kind of just a mountain here in the middle with a beautiful valley in the backside. And that sounds dirty, valley in the backside. But I couldn't resist. This spot was beautiful. And so in my nature as a hobbit, I started off with just a simple hole right over here where I was just kind of like my base of operations. It's been my storage place. It's where I've been collecting some of my mob heads. If you come down this way, I also have some sheep running through here with a whole bunch of extra stock. And in through here, I found that mushroom island pretty early on. And so I made it part of my trade here on the server with these mushrooms and these mushroom pals, these mushrooms. Down around the corner here, I had some automatic pumpkins. And then eventually, a little bit later in the episodes, I built this automatic storage sorting machine. I believe it's the Impulse SV. And I also just decorated it, gave it a little bit of flair, and made a really neat floor here and stuff. Now, if we come down this way through here, this was just my enchanting area. And all the smelting I do up there comes down through here. Everything I've tried to automate a little bit. I put my cactus farm in here. And my bees. I've always had tons of honey, no problems with honeycomb, which is really important. Because once we update to this new Minecraft update, I'm going to be needing a ton of honeycomb. So a little bit later on, I built this secondary storage area just for all the knickknacks and just little pieces, things that I didn't feel like putting into a huge sorting system. And eventually, I ended up coming around here and zombifying a few villagers. The Stickman, Weapon Boy, they both need zombified still. But I've got the Idiot. This guy only sells paintings. Idiot. And of course, Doe, Ray, Egon. Tell me if you know what that joke's from. And my Glass Boy, and this is Chef Toriyama. He's where I get all of my delicious golden carrots from. They've all been zombified. But the next place that I decided to start working on, I did some work around spawn, set up some builds and stuff like that. But I wanted to... Originally, this whole hillside over here was just a big rocky mess. It was nasty, and I just heard a skeleton somewhere. I don't know where he is. I think he's underneath me. So I wanted to do something with this big, rocky, nasty gravel area here, and I turned it into a custom Taiga biome. I spent a ton of time learning how to make these custom spruce trees. I made like 3 or 4 different types of them. And then a few big, just bigger ones just to set off everything. And as I went through, I love this bushier bush texture here. I try to just give this whole area, this whole backside of this mountain, this valley, just some life. Uh, Individualize. I tried to mossify some sections up through here. I planted tons of plants. And then I wanted to build this big, cool silo because if you've got all of this wheat around here, you need a place to store, right? So I needed some type of silo, and I like the idea of the windmill on the top. I love this build a lot. Man, it sounds like there's danger all around me. I'm gonna go to sleep real fast. Come on, boy. You're coming with me. Oh, great. Come on, boy. What happened? Did you get your head stuck? Come on, this way. Focus. You know what? I feel like frolicking a little bit, so let's go take a little, just a little nature walk around this custom biome that I built so long ago. And let's turn on some shaders and maybe replay mod, maybe put some cool music behind it. So let's go take a walk with my best boy here. Now, back in the day, I was pretty ambitious with doing a lot of stuff in one episode. I guess I still have that fault. But something I really did a little bit too much of in the beginning was just fitting in too much stuff. That's okay. I'm learning. I've never made videos before. This is all brand new to me. So what I decided to do at the end of all of this taiga and all, doing this episode together is I built this big, beautiful greenhouse right back here. And it's probably one of my favorite builds. It's kind of gothic in nature, kind of pointy, like a church or something like that. But on the inside, I built this big, beautiful, custom azalea tree here, almost as like a memorial. And around the outside, I planted this beautiful garden using some of the amethyst crystals, some of the beautiful, blossoms up top there, some of the mini blocks to fill in some of this stuff. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. This is probably one of my favorite rooms, and I just don't come in here enough. And if we continue around the backside of the custom taiga biome around past the greenhouse, you'll start running into the valley side of my whole build, or my whole area. So what I decided to do first was I came up here, I saw a false symmetry video where she put an iron farm inside of like a, one of these airplane Zeppelin kind of things. And I thought, man, that is such a cool idea. Oh no, my boy! Oh, I shouldn't have brought you up here. This is dangerous. But this is a working iron farm. It crushes. I had to do so much spawn proofing around here that kind of takes away. That's so loud. It kind of takes away from, you know, some of the build. Oh, I missed. Oh, my boy. Oh, you shouldn't be up here. It's so dangerous. I just wanted to show the people all the stuff. So I was trying to learn how to build steampunk. Uh, the next thing I wanted to do was build this clock tower, and I built this observatory. Originally, this clock tower was part of a competition on the server for like a build battle to open up a new shop and stuff like that. And unfortunately, my build didn't win, but fortunately, I still got to build it here. I really like this guy. Something I think you're going to notice with all of these builds today, be it a theme, a running theme, is, yeah, I've got a lot of interiors to finish. I've got a lot of interiors to finish. I know, boy. I'll get to it. And if we come up the side of the hill here, you'll come up into my observatory. I'm a real big fan of this build. This is all custom. I like the big telescope coming out the top there. I was just learning how to use some of these different colors. I wanted to put the skulk in the bottom here to, you know, to make it look like outer spacey kind of. Once again, interior needs decorating. I gotta do all these. But if you come up to the top here is the observatory area where you could look out the telescope here and you can see the stars. I don't know how I forgot to mention these two boys, but you can't forget the twin lights of Skyvale. Let's cut to another cool sequence with these two beautiful trees. Aloralin, and I forget this tree's name, but they were fancy. And here's a cool time lapse. Hit it! Now, if we follow the path here, it turns into something a little bit more organized with the mud bricks and the mud stone and stuff like that. And I created this road system that connects right here and all the way down at my village, my Viking village. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Come on, boy. As we follow down through the path here, it made sense that this big region was getting bigger and it needed a way to feed itself, you know, for real. If this was a huge population, that there would need to be farms. So, what I decided to do was build a big farm. I thought it made sense. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Incredible. So I've got some, oh no. I've got some sniffers. I got a really nice sniffer area. And then, you know, around this area, I just did some smaller individual farms, you know, big pumpkin patch over here. Spent some time doing some cool custom wheat fields, you know, with the sunflowers to make them pop a little bit more. And the carrots over here, the whole carrot field. I love putting just a simple lantern on top of a post like that. Just adds so much life to something so lame as just a little carrot patch. And it comes all the way down through here. Now, I don't really need to collect a lot of this because I'm just been munching on golden carrots, but I like how these colors mix in together, the potatoes and the wheat in the background there. But let's go take a look at the barn. So as you're coming through, you always want to make sure to ring the bell before you come in and announce your entrance. I spent this little area here. Ooh, I need to update this map too. A bunch of things have happened since I did this. But I made this kind of a command center for the area. Put together a really cool map, went around the area and mapped it all out. Filled it up with hay, you know, just things that you would find inside of a storage like this, you know, extra supplies. Right here on the first floor, You see all my boys, my camel boys, I had to go to a desert, drag them all the way back. I made a hilarious episode about that, but this guy's upside down too. So, I love this farm. It's a cool place to see in between, back and forth. And you know what? We might as well just continue our tour around this way. A few episodes later, I decided to put on a big event for the server. Um, it took me, quite a few weeks to come up with all the ideas, gather the materials, build, but I got a lot of help from a lot of people on this server, and the whole project came together amazing. We called it the Great Skyvale Renaissance Fair 2024. Let's go take a look around. I love this entryway. This goes up to the nether roof. It makes it a little bit easier to get in now. If you check out the episode, we give a really nice tour of the area with the full group. But I started learning how to build willows, which I'm really particularly proud of this guy. Except I can't get a great way to keep these vines from growing down over and over. Even if you put string up, it just kind of looks ugly. But I like this little stage at the bottom to give announcements and speeches and stuff like that. The fortune-telling area, all of the allays, which have mostly escaped. They're fine, you can make more. Balloons, my little balloon boys, they're so cute. And, a few games. There's Color Drop, which we played in the episode. We had a big pig race. Pretty proud of this build. Probably my favorite event, though, was the jousting event. It was so fun. This was a fun build to make. I really love that movie Knight's Tale. So I got to have a lot of fun remembering the memory of Heath Ledger and his beautiful hair. And I got to see some awesome jousting. There's a lot of horses out there. There's a lot of animals around here escaping. I probably need to do something about that. And I won't run you through the full horse racetrack here, but I guess we could fly around a little bit. I designed this huge horse race that veered in and through the valleys, cut through caves. There were jumps and all kinds of... What's this guy doing? Whose horse is this? Oh, he's a fast boy, though. All kinds of cool jumps, drops. Big drop right here. You gotta be smart. Watch out for the water. I had a lot of fun putting together this. It took me forever. And let me tell you what, having 12, 13, 14 people on this racetrack was crazy. Sir, pick up some cobwebs, throw them on the ground there. Uh-oh, watch out for these boys. Trap boys. Ow! Oh, perfect. Perfect jump at the end. Just as the sun sets here, shooting off some fireworks. Thank you, Phipps. Oh, I forgot all about the cool firework display he put on. But I think it's time for us to head on down to the Viking Village. Me and Samantha here, we're gonna follow the road, the path here. Oh, this is hard. Samantha, you're not a very good driver. Let's swing on down to the Viking Village. I had a lot of fun making this. The whole idea was an inland group of Vikings that build boats and then ship them out to sea for other groups. I built this big custom oak and birch forest around the whole thing. But as you come up here into town, oh man, I had so much fun doing all this. Too many villagers, of course. But, I spent some time in here breeding everybody up, getting their levels up, for events, a whole set of, chemists, alchemists over here. I've got the Stonemasons Guild here. Particularly proud of this room. I think it looked real good. I started learning how to use the armor stands at this time and putting all kinds of extra work into these little pieces. I built Yggdrasil, the god tree, right here in the middle of town. The whole reason that these Vikings formed up their civilization here in the first place was because of this tree. They felt it's a magical presence. And then down through this way, we set up some just custom stalls for these people to work. You know, I thought I had a lot of fun coming up with these original ideas. Down along this way, we got a little card and where all of our farmers like to hang out. And then around the back side here, we've got a few more cool stars. We've got the local bartender here. He's serving up some drinks. And then, you know, a few of our Fletchers out here just doing their work. And of course, this idiot always stuck. Oh no, my boy! Don't fight him, boy! Fight his head, boy! But there's a few more areas here in Skyvale we need to go check out. So let's head back into our main base area, and then we'll head towards the Japanese region. Money. So if we swing right over through this way, coming around the backside, opposite of the steampunk area, starts the beginning of our cherry blossom Japanese swamp kind of theme. Spent a lot of time down here the last few months really, but it's been a lot of fun. I've never built in a swamp before. I thought bringing the pink in and the mangrove would really pull off a lot of colors. I built this fancy witch farm here. I really wanted to connect and make this entire area through here feel like one big build. So I started over here in this corner with the witch farm, and then I started going through the swamp itself. And I wanted to give some life and character. So let's go ahead and do a quick ride through. You can follow the torii gates through this way. Built these cool little dragonflies. I still need to decorate those AFK points. But I chopped down all the regular trees and planted mangroves, made a few mangroves, made a few cherry trees, added some of these little fences. What are these? Just little light sources, really. Lots of tiny little details. And then I decided to... I have a swamp. I might as well have a slime farm. You know what I mean? I mean, it's constantly just dropping slimes around here, so I might as well use that to my advantage. And as we come up the main ramp here, beautiful little rock garden over here. Made this little custom well. Thought that was a beautiful touch. My favorite flowers, the blue orchids, come up through here, and we need an interior still, man. Listen, if you guys have any ideas about what I should put inside of these empty buildings, write it down in the comments, and I will build it in the next episode. Let's see how many great ideas we can come up with here. My last and most recent project, I'm very proud of it. A few new videos here recently. I really love this guy. I'm not going to take you through the whole thing because that would take an entire episode, as it did in the last one. But this is one project that I had an idea, I had a dream about it, and I'm so happy that I made it come to fruition. So, if you haven't seen the Great Deku Tree, make sure to check out the last episode. Austin crushed it. He was so awesome in there. Hilarious boss fight at the end. You guys should make sure to stay around for that. And that's all my projects here currently in the greater Skyvale region. You know, I also have a whole bunch of projects going across Spawn and my mushroom forest, all that kind of stuff. And don't forget the Christmas Village. I made a huge boat race out there. But I just don't, this episode's already running kind of long. But if you guys are interested in seeing all the rest of that stuff, let me know down in the comments and I will make a part 2 to this episode. Just showing off some of the other things that I've built on this server. But I think, for now, this is a great place for me to sign off. You guys, thank you so much for giving me a chance, hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't yet, hey, give it a try. I've got some really big ideas coming up here. I'm going to the beach in the next week to get some tropical inspiration. And then I'm right back at it, wide open. I feel like building some palm trees for some reason. What do you think, buddy? He's not much help. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. This is gonna be a perfect takeoff. Here we go. Money.